Hi, I'm Josh Ozerski, the editor of The Feedback, and I'm here at the Big Apple Block Party. Pigs are being cooked, shoulders are being put on, we got injected pork butts, back ribs. This is the most important barbecue public event in the country. This is Damon Weiss, the executive chef of all the craft restaurants.
Hi, how are you?
Damon, you're doing butts here, I see.
I am, I'm helping out.
So, at barbecue, here's the weird thing about it. It takes a long time to cook, but then you gotta eat it, serve it, and eat it fast. As Damon is cutting this up, it's flying all over the place. More of its surface is being exposed to the air, and the more surface is exposed, the more it's gonna lose its moisture, which is why it's so important you get nice, fatty, juicy pork butts, or like Chris does, he stoops it with a big syringe full of fluid. When you make a whole hog, you want to get that flavor into it. You got to take a hatchet and break open the spine. You break open the spine and that releases the flavor, the marrow or whatever, into the hog's central cavity. That's what these guys are doing. It looks gruesome, but the flavor pays off. This is the one and only Riyad Nasser from the 3-star Minetta Tavern.
I'm here to eat Chris's barbecue. That's it. I make one stop. It's one-stop shop for me.
If you're going to make one stop, I always say, this is where you got to do it. This, of course, is the legendary Chris Lilly, the world's greatest pork butt cooker. 6-time Memphis in May champ, I think.
Yes, you got it right.
And Chris, what's your new book called?
It is a Big Bob Gibson barbecue book, Recipes and Secrets from a Legendary Barbecue Joint.
This is Kenny Callahan, the executive chef of Blue Smoke.
We're cooking some Kansas City spare ribs. It's a wet spare rib. It comes from the front part of the hog, the lower part of the hog.
So this is a full-scale smoker going around here. The St. Louis rib, that's because they cut the knuckle off.
I actually cut the brisket bone off myself. You can actually cut through the ribs because there's one brisket bone that stays attached over there. If you don't remove that, then everything's going to be...
People buy it and then they go crazy trying to...
Exactly. You gotta kind of just lop that off in the beginning, and it's just a small amount of meat that you're cutting off.
So this is Kenny's. Look at that rib. Look how that's moving. That's what you want to see. See how the fat moves in against the bone? That's the sign of a rib that's been cooked all the way. If you look at this bag of charcoal they just have, there's Royal Oak. Royal Oak is lump hardwood charcoal. It's actual hardwood that's cooked down with no oxygen, so it carbonizes. You'll never see Kingsford at an event like at this event. You'll never see briquettes. This is Ed Mitchell's pork sandwich. This is the most delicate pork. It's just a hint of smoke, but you can see the little bit of red pepper flakes. Ed takes a whole huge pig, like a 250-pound pig, chops it up into an incredibly fine dice, and then dresses it with a little bit of pepper vinegar. And you can see it's barely dressed. This is not like the heavy red goop you see in crappy commercial barbecues. It's barely noticeable, and it barely registers on you. You taste pork, not vinegary barbecue sauce, but the actual pork, which is what it's supposed to be. The Big Apple Block Party was magnificent, but there's still many more barbecue products for me to eat, so I'm going to have to sign off now. I'm Josh Ozerski, and this is The Feedback.